Good morning, everyone. Myself, Anubhuti Saxena, your science teacher. Today, I am going to teach you chapter 4 in science, and our chapter's name is Adaptations in Animals. All of you have seen animals everywhere. Some live on land, some live on trees, some can fly, some cannot fly, some live in water, some live underground. Here, before going to start the chapter, we should know what is adaptation. Let's start. An animal develops a particular type of body behavior and habits to adjust and survive in its surroundings. This is called adaptation. I repeat, an animal develops a particular type of body behavior and habits to adjust and survive in its surroundings. This is called adaptation. You know that like plants, animals are also found everywhere on the earth. You are also aware that the climatic conditions differ in various regions on the earth. The natural surrounding where an animal lives is called its habitat. If an animal is taken away from its habitat or if there is a drastic change in it, the animal may not survive unless it adapts to the change. Some pictures are there: polar bear, camel, monkey. Now, adaptation to environment. Animals can be placed in 5 major groups depending on their habitat. First, terrestrial animal. Second, amphibians. Third, aquatic animals. Fourth, aerial animals. Fifth, arboreal animals. Let us explain each. Terrestrial animals. Animals that live on land are called terrestrial animals. I repeat, animals that live on land are called terrestrial animals. Examples are tiger, cow, deer, goat, horse, and even human beings live on land. Most terrestrial animals have some common features. What are the qualities of terrestrial animals? They have limbs to move on land. They breathe with help of their lungs. They have well developed sense organs that help them to hunt for food and to protect them from their enemies. On the land, some places are very hot and some are very cold. Animals develop special features that enable them to survive here. Animals living in the hot deserts. You know that deserts are very hot during the day and cool at night. There is very little water in the deserts. Camel. Camel is called the ship of the desert. It is well adapted to survive in the desert in the following ways. Why camel is called the ship of the desert? These are the reasons. It can drink almost 15 buckets of water in one gulp and can store water in its stomach. It can store food in its hump in the form of fat. It has long eyelashes which help to keep out the desert sand. It has broad feet that enable it to walk on the sand without sinking into it. Some snakes and rats are also adapted to survive in the hot desert by staying in holes during the daytime and comes out at night when it is cooler. A long sleep by some animals in the hot, dry summers is called estivation. Now, animals living in very cold places. Animals like Arctic foxes and polar bears live in very cold regions like the poles. They adapt to live in such places in the following ways. They have fur on their bodies to keep themselves warm. They have fat under their skin that they use as food in winters. Here are the pictures of polar bear and Arctic fox. Next, penguins huddle up together to keep themselves warm. Some animals like bears, frogs and mice find it difficult to survive in the extreme cold because of the lack of food. These animals eat a lot during summers and store extra food in the body as fat. For example, bear. The picture of bear is given. During winters, they take a long sleep in holes, caves or underground. They use the fat stored in their body for energy. This long winter sleep is called hibernation. I repeat this definition. During winters, they take a long sleep in holes, caves or underground. They use the fat stored in their body for energy. This long winter sleep is called hibernation. Next, aquatic animals. Animals that live in water are called aquatic animals. For examples, octopus, turtle, crab and fish are aquatic animals. Most aquatic animals are adapted to live in the water in the following ways. They have boat-shaped bodies that enable them to swim in water with the least resistance. They have gills to breathe in oxygen dissolved in water. The fish have fins to swim, while turtles and seals have flippers. Their bodies are covered with scales which prevent water from entering their bodies. Here, the pictures of fish, seal, crab and turtle. Next is amphibians. Amphibians are animals that can live both on land and in water. Amphibians are animals that can live both on land and in water. For examples, frogs, newts and salamanders are examples of amphibians. They have limbs that help them to move on land and swim in water. A frog uses its webbed feet to swim in water and hop on the land. Frogs breathe with the help of their lungs on land and moist skin in water. Aerial animals. Animals that spend most of their time in air are called aerial animals. Birds, insects and bats are aerial animals. Birds. What are the qualities of aerial animals? Birds have light, hollow bones, wings with feathers and a streamlined body that enables them to fly. A streamlined body is narrow at the ends and broad in the middle. Insects have wings with scales on them that help them to fly. Here the pictures of birds, bat, butterfly. Arboreal animals. Animals that spend most of their time on trees are called arboreal animals. Monkeys, koala bears, squirrels are examples of arboreal animals. Monkeys have the following features that enable them to live on trees. They have strong claws that help them to climb trees. They have strong limbs to climb trees. They use their long tails to swing from one branch to another on trees. Adaptation for food. Animals eat food to stay alive and get energy. Different animals eat different kinds of food. The mouth parts of animals are adapted to the kind of food they eat. According to the food animals eat, they can be grouped as follows. Herbivorous. Herbivorous are animals that eat only plant and plant parts. I repeat, herbivorous are animals that eat only plant and plant parts. They have sharp incisors, means cutting teeth, to bite into plants and strong molars, grinding teeth, to chew them. They have strong legs to walk long distance to graze. Examples are cow, goat, horse and zebra. And the pictures are also given. Next is carnivorous. Carnivorous are the animals that eat the flesh of the other animals. Carnivores have sharp canines to tear the flesh. Tigers and lions are carnivorous. Carnivorous birds like eagles have sharp hooked beaks and sharp claws to catch and tear their prey. Snake is a carnivore that swallows its prey as a whole. Frogs and lizards have long tongues to trap insects and eat them. Eagle, lion, snakes and frogs pictures are there. Omnivorous. Omnivorous are animals that eat both plants as well as the flesh of animals. They have teeth suited to eat both plants and flesh. Crow, cockroach, bear are examples of omnivorous. Next is scavengers. Scavengers are animals that eat the flesh of dead animals. Hyenas and vulture are examples of scavenger. Next, parasites. Parasites are animals that live in or on the bodies of other animals. The animals they live in or on are called hosts. Parasites obtain food by sucking the blood of their host. Leeches, fleas and bedbugs are parasites. The picture is also given here. That live on the body of the host. Tapeworms and hookworms live inside the body to the host. Now some quick recall. Animals can be grouped according to the habitat they live in as terrestrial, aquatic, aerial, arboreal and amphibians. Animals develop special features that enable them to survive in their surroundings. According to the kind of food animals eat, they can be grouped as herbivorous, carnivorous, omnivorous, scavengers and parasites. And here some new words is given, so you have to learn it. And now we are going to conclude this chapter, exercises and question answers of this chapter we will discuss in our next class. So your home assignment is you have to read the chapter carefully and learn the new words. Thank you everyone.